Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends for another special feeding episode. This time I'm going to be feeding a fellow I picked up in the team store. This, of course, is Atum's Bodyguard, and all his run slots are open. Isn't that great? Yes, it is. So let's find a home for him. No, dude. Atum doesn't want you over there. No, he doesn't. I am starting to run into some space issues which is the reason you're seeing so much construction. But, yeah, future's going to be a problem. But for right now, that's not his problem. So we're going to put him here, and we're going to see what he's got. Okay, I was going to make a comment about drinking on the job there, but it did seem to help him. It did indeed seem to help him. All right. So let's check him out here. Oh, he is. He's a cute little guy. You should probably keep his eyes open, though. Okay, I will probably find a better name than that. I don't know how that got there. Anyway, so this is Atum's Bodyguard, and let's check him out. He's a legendary. He is Earth, of course, just like his general. He appears to be immune to blindness. I'm guessing that's because he keeps his eyes closed all the time? So there's no real impact on him. He seems to have a very similar power and speed. He's got a pretty decent life, so he's a little bit on the chunky side there in terms of being a bodyguard, which is probably a good thing. Let's take a quick look at the skills here. Okay, Mine Inhabitant. Okay, so he's low physical damage. And Atum's Unearther, okay, deals moderate earth damage. That's kind of interesting. And, of course, what we saw there before, he has a little bit of a drinking problem, apparently. This is Dwarf Energy Drink. Deals massive earth damage to one enemy. Applies stun to all enemies. All right, so that I was a little concerned about when I saw one enemy there, but that's not so bad. So he's going to hit one guy really hard, but he's going to hit him so hard he's going to stun everybody else. Unless, of course, they're immune or they're resisted or something like that. So that's not so bad. That can be very useful indeed. All right, let's take a look at this guy. General Atum was discovered inside a rock by Bodyguard, the lead of the clan of miners enslaved by Warhawk. Lots of names here. And a clan of chaos dwarves. Okay, very confused already. When Atum came to life after being unearthed, he freed the miners and took Bodyguard with him for his faithful bodyguard. Okay, so that's him. So that's him right there. All right, so let's first feed him up there. He shouldn't be drinking in that age. No, he shouldn't be. So let's get him up to... Okay, level 4. There he is. Okay. He's got a magnificent beard, of course. He's got a very stylish pickaxe, too. Okay, but unfortunately... Dude, you shouldn't be drinking at that age. You're still just a teenager. All right, but we're going to give you some skills now. So we're going to start with the skills, and they're going to start at level 7. Mighty Miner. Deals moderate earth damage to one enemy. 50% chance of applying quicksands. Okay, quicksands. All right, that's pretty good. All right, so it's 50%, but it's a good place to start. Good place to start. All right, let's continue to level 10. Shield Damager. Removes shield from one enemy, deals moderate special damage to one enemy. Okay, so does that mean he's going to strip the shield and then do damage? That's the way I read it, at least. It's a little hard to test with, but maybe we'll find some kind of an encounter that actually does that so we can see. It's a good hit, though. Even if you don't count the shield thing, it's still a good hit and it's a 0 cooldown, so that's not bad. All right, let's continue to level 15 and his next skill. Deals moderate special damage to one enemy, 50% chance of blinding. All right, so I guess maybe that's the sand, throwing the sand in their face or something like that. Just put that up there for now. And let's continue to level 20. Shatter Buckler. Removes shield from one enemy, deals very heavy special damage to one enemy. 1 round cooldown. Not bad at all. No reason to keep that. So we'll just throw that in there. That's a pretty strong hit too. So that's not bad at all. I mean, even without the shield breaking, that's still a good skill right there. All right, let's continue to level 25 and his final form. Atum Fanatic. Applies 50% shield to itself, applies immunity to stun to itself, applies damage boost to itself. Okay, so he gives himself a 50% shield, he's immune to stun, and he gets a damage boost. That's not bad. But it says himself, and then it says one ally. So yeah, it is self only. It is self only. Why don't we just, for now, throw that there? Don't know if I'm keeping it, but, you know, just put it there for now. Okay, there he is. He's a big dwarf, isn't he? Anyway, let's continue to level 30. And his next skill. Mithril Pickaxe. Deals heavy earth damage to one enemy. Applies quicksands to... Okay, that's actually really good. No cooldown. I don't want no 50%. We'll put it there. 50% chance of blinding isn't really good. That's not bad at all. Good heavy hit. And it puts a dot on. A dot that stacks pretty well with other dots, too, you know. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's go on to... we stopped him from drinking there. Under 35. Under 35. Angry! Whatever that is. Deals moderate special damage to all enemies. Applies blind to all enemies. That's very useful. Low cooldown, too. Not bad. We're going to throw it in the first spot. All right, let's continue to level 40. Tunnel Maker deals massive earth damage to one enemy, applies quicksands to one enemy. It's got a high cooldown, though. That's the thing about that one. Not that. This one. Obviously, it does a lot more damage. Why it has a 0 cooldown? Not losing that one. That's a 1-round cooldown there, though. So that's something to take into consideration. That's a 1-round cooldown. This one up here is only a 2-round cooldown. So can I take a 3-round cooldown skill? I think I probably got to take the big hit. The other ones are kind of low cooldowns for now, so I think I'm going to take the big hit. Yeah, Tunnel Maker. It's just that, you know, how many rounds of attacks are you going to get? In that case, it's a really good, serious earth hit. So I think that's just... I think that's what... unless something else comes up, I think that's going to be what I go with. All right, let's go to level 45. Mithril Pickaxe, yes, I know. That's a great skill. I do like that skill a lot, but I like the bigger hit better. Let's go on to level 50. I think he should have one more. Shield Breaker. Removes shield from all enemies. Deals heavy special damage to all enemies. That's pretty nice. I guess it's going in for that. And now we're back to the problem of, do I want to take that other skill? I mean, this does damage to everybody and is heavy damage, right? Got to take that one. Of course, I said that is a problem now. Now we've got a couple that might be an issue. All right, we'll just continue and then we'll worry about it later. Because who knows what else is coming. Shattered Buckler. All right, we just got rid of that one. And finally, for now, at level 60, it will be... Mithril Pickaxe. You know, I'm strongly considering taking that one back. I don't think he's getting any more buffs, so I'm probably keeping this one. This is a 3-round. This is a 2-round. I could see this guy having some problems, though. He leads off with probably this one. He'll lead with this one or this one. It really depends on what the other team does. Very likely this one. Then he could also attack with this one, or he could buff himself. I guess it depends on the circumstances. You know, for now, I'm going to take the old one back. I mean, the thing about it, he's getting a lot of damage from other things, but I just don't want him standing there doing nothing. You know, and he's got two 3s and another 2. So I just don't want him standing there doing nothing. All right, let's take a quick look. I'm pretty sure we got everything. Tunnel Maker, Shattered Buckler, Shield Damager. Yeah, we did. We get everything. Okay, he's got some good stuff. He makes a very good bodyguard for a dwarf. Not that there's anything wrong with dwarves, of course, except, of course, for the little bit of a problem he's got there. Yeah, I know it helps him. Of course it does. It helps him in battle. All right, so anyway, let's go back here. Yeah, he's a little bit on the meaty side. That's not too bad. Over 11,060 is not bad at all. Not bad at all. The speed and power are pretty much the same, which is a little on the odd side, you know, considering he's obviously a big, strong dwarf. You would think he would be a little stronger. I know he's slightly stronger, but I mean kind of significantly stronger. But given his skills, it's not so bad that he is kind of speedy too, you know, relatively speaking. So anyway, let's and I see he makes a lot of money, you know, being a dwarf and all. So let's take a look at the skills. So these are the skills that I chose. I'm a little hesitant on one of them. I'll talk about that as we go along. Anyway, we're starting with this one. Angry. Yes, he's very angry. Deals moderate special damage to all enemies, applies blind to all enemies. All right, so I'm going to guess he takes a handful of sand and just chucks it in their faces, right? That's what he does with the blinding. That's a very good skill. Blinding, good solid damage here. It's special damage too, so it's not going to be moderated unless something else weird happens, right? And it blinds all the enemies. And it's got a 2-round cooldown, so you can use it once every 3 rounds. Not too bad at all. Not too bad. Pretty good skill. Pretty good skill. Then we have Mithril Pickaxe. Now, I chose this one over the heavier one because I'm a little concerned with the cooldowns. And the other one was a bigger hit, but it was a 3-round cooldown as opposed to this one being a 0-round cooldown. Now, this one also has a dot on it, so he could also be applying dots around there, you know. So I think this one might be a better mix along with the other skills that I chose, which we'll continue with right now. All right, so we have Atum Fanatic. Applies 50% shield to itself, applies immunity to stun to itself, applies damage boost to itself. Okay, requires cooldown. So he's going for 2 rounds. He's going to have a 50% shield. He's already seemingly going to have a lot of health, so that's going to be pretty good for him. It's going to give him immunity to stun. That can be very useful at times, depending on who you're fighting. Could be very. I mean, if he's in war and he's against other Earth creatures, that could be very useful. And then he's got a 2-round damage boost. That's a 50%, but that's okay. That can be very useful, especially when you use it with the 4th skill. This is Shield Breaker. Removes shield from all enemies, does heavy special damage to all enemies. So it's a group attack, does good special damage, and if they have shields, it'll remove the shields. It does seem as if it removes them first and then applies the damage. So that can be very, very useful. If you have a damage boost, that's going to do a lot of damage. A lot of damage. So he seems to be pretty good for his role of a bodyguard. I mean, I was kind of surprised he maybe didn't have some kind of a taunt or something like that. But I guess that's just not his role. He blinds, he breaks shields. He had some single target shield breaking. But the group one is far better, especially because it's a heavy special damage. So anyway, he's pretty darn good, actually. I can't wait to start using him. I have the forming of a team coming here soon. There's just one other member that I would like to add to it. I guess you probably want to put some strength on him. If you're going to use the Atum's Fanatic here, you might want to put health on him as well. I don't know about speed. I mean, he's not true denial, and the blindness is very good. The shield breaking is good. It really depends. He does some good heavy hitting here in terms of his skills. So, I mean, this one is very nearly high damage, this group attack. This one is high damage. This one here is really good damage as well. If you take in the other one, that was massive damage. So, maybe 2 strengths and a health on him, I'm thinking. If you want to put a speed on him, I can understand. So you could take out either the damage or the health. I think I would definitely put a health on him, though. You know, because it makes the shielding skill so much more effective for him. So, again, this is Atum's Bodyguard. He's not too bad. Hopefully we'll be testing with him pretty soon. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.